Hey everybody, this is Mike from the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I'm here to review Burncycle and give my thoughts on it. And just to put it out there, I am a pretty big Chip Theory Games fan. Now, I'm receiving no compensation for this Kickstarter review. I just want to give you my thoughts to help you make an informed choice. But I want to emphasize this is very much an early review. I've only played a small amount of the content, and even as I've been playing it, things have been changing, like powers for the characters and that kind of stuff. So this is just a look at what I'm enjoying so far and what you might want to be concerned about, and hopefully it'll help you out. So to start with the things I enjoy, I think the stealth mechanic here is really good. I enjoy the guard patrol routes and how simple they are to resolve, but how they can really create kind of different puzzles for you and how you want to move through the floor. I think moving into rooms and having guards maybe be in there or maybe not, and those room dice add a lot of variety and a lot of fun to kind of that stealth puzzle. And even though I know they're playing around with the idea of having varied floor layouts for the same CEOs, even if they don't do that, I've played the game, I don't know, that first floor 9 or 10 times, and just the variety in the room dice and which guards are where has made it feel different, kind of forced me to reevaluate my plan each time. So I think the stealth mechanics and the kind of overall variety in the floor and the puzzle of that floor is great so far. I also personally really enjoy the core mechanics of both the Burncycle, which some people have called programming. It doesn't feel that way at all to me, but that's not a negative thing. I like the fact that I have encouragement to sort of plan out my turn in a certain way, but I can also do whatever I want if I want to, just without the bonuses. So programming I don't think is the right word, but either way I like how the Burncycle actions work, and I also personally really like the dice pool. I know that's going to be a polarizing element for some people, but I think the dice are balanced towards a mean enough, and they give you enough options for mitigation, and you can spend more on an action you really care about. But I like the general resource management of it. I like the tension of, do I spend too much and not be able to do other things I want to do? Do I want to risk getting left down in the middle of a hallway for a guard to come and punch me? I think the core mechanics of kind of how you do your actions and move around work great. Another thing I think is fabulous and gives the game a bit more variety is both the variety in the terminal cards that you can draw when you interact with terminals and the equipment you can pick up. The equipment kind of throws in some specialty dice akin to Too Many Bones, where you can throw down smoke grenades or EMP the other robots or gain a electro hammer to smash through walls. Super fun, definitely gives a bit more variety and unique feel to each time you play when you get them. And then similarly, the terminal cards can have really cool effects, again, interacting with the kind of that stealth element. They can turn off the lights so that guards lose their awareness. They can have the air conditioning system shut down so guards move off of their routes to go investigate it. A lot of fun, cool tricks you can do just with these random cards coming out. So I think all of that kind of element and sort of the incentive for you to explore the floor and go to different rooms and gain these bonuses is a lot of fun too. Now, with those things being said, there are certainly some elements that I think could be concerning for players, but I do want to put it out there that I emailed Chip Theory with all of my concerns, and they were pretty amazing, responding immediately and kind of breaking down the exact ways they're trying to fix every single problem I had with the game. So I have a lot of confidence seeing their previous work and kind of seeing their development philosophy, that everything I'm about to mention will probably be fixed, but I still want to put it out there just so you kind of have your eyes fully open for the game. So first of all, one fairly big element of the game is this network board where you can use your dice to move around it and gain little benefits, but then the CEO also puts out these pings that move around and they can consistently increase the threat. But so far I've found that to be kind of mediocre in practice. It is nice that you have extra actions you can take when there's nothing else to do, like when you're waiting for a guard to walk by you, but it's not that engaging, and kind of like the little movement spatial puzzle they're trying to build is not that interesting. So I'd kind of rather them back off of it and make it even simpler, or cut it, or go more in depth and make it a bit more interesting and interactive and engaging. Kind of either direction, but right now the middle ground they have is not doing it for me. The second thing I know they're working on balancing, and I hope they keep on looking into it, are the objective cards that determine when you can move up to the next floor. And you've got these really interesting layouts, and again, kind of like these stealth puzzles, but especially playing on the second floor where you already start next to the elevator and just have to get back to it, some of the objectives are kind of too swingy right now, like too easy to complete almost immediately, or too tough. And yes, you have the incentive to go and get the terminals and the crates, but I really like the objectives that force you to move around the board more and deal with the guards more. And another related complaint, at least for now, is that I think they need to work more on the pacing, and I know they're trying to do this, but the threat doesn't kind of increase consistently, and there's sometimes too many ways to lower it, And I want this game to have a consistent push for you to rush, because with it being a stealth game, you can, if you want to, really slow play a single floor. The game needs that kind of frenetic tension, I think, and needs to keep pushing you forward. I would not want to play this game for 4 or 5 hours because I have a bunch of people with AP who want to, really slowly walk through every single floor. So I hope they get kind of like the pacing and the pressure to be a little bit higher without making it so tough that you still can't explore and have the fun stuff happen to you. But overall, I want to reiterate that I think Burncycle is a blast, and I do have faith in Chip Theory Games to address the things I talked about. They're already doing it, they're already aware of it, so I think they'll do a great job fixing it. But even though I'm having a great time with the game, there are still people who might want to avoid it. First of all, if you don't like the dice resolution, again, I think it's fairly balanced and has a good amount of mitigation, but if you hate dice and don't want your actions to be partially dependent on luck, you might want to avoid this one. Also, while you can blow up guards, the game is certainly focused on stealth. So if you're looking for like kind of a run and gun action game, this is not it. It's not what they're going for. The stealth is the primary mechanic. And another potential caution to those big Chip Theory fans, if you're looking for Cloud Spire or Too Many Bones levels of variety between the characters you control or the corporations you face, I'm not seeing that yet so far, and I don't think we're going to see it. So that's what I've got for now. I hope it was helpful, and good luck to you making a decision of whether to pledge for Burncycle or not. But for now, good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.